I have a spread for a chair. This is what was chosen. The loss of a loved one spread. What lesson can I learn from my loved one's life? What lesson can you learn from your loved one's life? Yeah. Relax. This is the loss of a loved one spread. What lesson can you learn from your loved one's life? Shit.
Flirt with a smart cracker body, you a one shot glance. Let them rock. I might not a chance, hot man. Young feet and keep some more punch to the sizzle like the blood is equal business that's for under sheets.
Hi. What lesson can you learn from your loved one's life? Do not be tempted by money. That's going to land you where you don't want to go. You need to relax because you're on the stage. This person was in the spotlight with nothing. I don't think this person was ever tempted, but they were surrounded by bad influences. Are you in denial about an unhealthy habit, perhaps one that makes you feel guilty? This fairy says you have the power to overcome temptation, whatever its guise. I don't think this person was tempted by money, but this person was definitely tempted by other things. You can learn from that. I think that's how this person passed away. This is the tea dragon. So if you have like anxiety or something and you soothe it with like things that are bad for your mind and your body, just drink tea. Um, yeah. And be who you are. That's the lessons you can learn. All right. The theory of temptation reminds us that we all have desires. This is part of the human condition, and it's totally fine. Desires may be things that make us happy and feel good, or be activities that can potentially harm us, such as smoking, drinking, or substance abuse. Alternatively, there is the temptation to be or feel holier than thou, or the most spiritual, showing us that temptation can manifest in many ways. Junk food is something many people are tempted by. This is mainly due to the way it's advertised, but also when we're craving certain nutrients and vitamins, in which case we tend to get a quick fix by eating things that are very often sugary. We can learn to overcome the negative aspect of temptation with the help of the fairies. Go outside into nature, dig a small hole and whisper or shout out loud anything you wish to remove from your life. These can be temptations that do not or no longer serve your highest spiritual and physical good. Now fill in the hole with the soil you dug out. The fairies can help you to transmute your misdirected energy into healthy, harmonious, and positive energy so you feel rebalanced and realigned. The more balanced you are, the less likely you are to succumb to temptation. The fairy of temptation is not a judge of temptation. She is merely showing ways in which you can regain control over this aspect of your life. She can make us feel empowered and able to say no to the things we know aren't good for us. With empowerment comes confidence, and with confidence comes the ability to make positive choices in our lives. Yeah, so this loved one that you lost, they could have died from substance abuse issues, like they like drunk driving, being high while driving, or something like that. They may have had a messed up life because of this. They may have like gotten the wrong attention because of this substance abuse issue, so you can learn from them by doing better. They want you to do better. They don't want you to be tempted by the things of this world anymore. They want you to relax. Whatever it is that's stressing you out, relax. Because they're with you. God is with you too. The Six of Wands reads, I lead through example. Right. The return of the hero who has risked everything for a greater cause. Highly influential, offering the possibility of what the human spirit is capable of achieving. Poverty. This is a challenging card. Here we meet a young chimney sweep in ragged, dirty clothes atop a dangerous roof with his mop and broom. In 19th century Britain and Switzerland, abandoned or orphan boys were purchased for the perilous labor of climbing up inside chimneys to clean out the flammable creosote, sometimes while crustity or whatever, sometimes while they were actually on fire. It was essentially a short life of miserable child slavery, a far cry from the sheltered life of the perfect lady. Literally, it stands for grinding monetary circumstances, poverty, or large monetary loss. Abstractly, it represents lack of control, a bad position, scarcity both physically and emotionally, as well as being down on your luck. Look for nearby positive cards to lighten the burden. This card is poverty pure and simple. The boy won't be paid a living wage, just a few pennies, and the whole scene suggests danger and vulnerability. Children such as this led brutal lives, which were often cut short. Oh my God. What? That's crazy. This card indicates being unable to meet basic needs. It refers to misery, especially in an uncaring and predatory environment. Poverty is a less promising card that predicts deprivation and a lack in both material and emotional matters. In partnership terms, you may feel defenseless and unloved. Also, in professional terms, you may find yourself in a bottleneck. The best you can hope to gain is to learn from this crisis. I'm actually gonna be back.